Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Life with Kimsey. I am so happy today because I want to teach you guys something that is very close to my heart. And these cookies, these chocolate chip cookies, they are definitely something to really consider learning. And they are so easy to learn. And the ingredients that you need to make this, you won't even believe that they don't really cost much to make. And they come out so many, So let's just get right into it. So first of all, you're going to make sure that you're using a mixer because the mixer is actually what you're going to use. Please remember to subscribe and comment, like, and share. But please, most importantly, please remember to subscribe, okay? Subscribe and become part of this community. So first of all, you're gonna make sure that you're using your butter, and your butter should be room temperature. And that's just 1 cup of butter. And then I'll just list all the measurements. And then you're gonna use your butter first, right? And your brown sugar and your white sugar. So you're going to use 3/4 cup of dark brown sugar and 1/4 cup of granulated white sugar, right? So you're gonna first whisk it together, mix this with your mixer, right? If you don't have a mixer, you can use your hand, but I feel like a mixer really gives it a nice texture, right? So if you can just consider buying a small mixer, because it's gonna really help you, especially if you like baking. It's gonna really go a long way for you because so many recipes require that. Then on the other hand, once you're done mixing it, and then you're gonna come in with your eggs. You're only gonna use 2 eggs, right? So remember, what you have in this bowl already, like right now, is 1 cup of butter, 3/4 cup of dark brown sugar, and 1/4 cup of white sugar. So now after that is done, then you're gonna go and mix your dry ingredients. That is your baking powder, flour, and cornstarch, and baking soda, right? So you need 2¼ cup of all-purpose flour, right? And then you're going to use 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and then 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. So those are all your dry ingredients. So on your wet ingredients, remember, it's butter, dark brown sugar, and then white sugar, and then vanilla essence, and your eggs, right? So once that is done, you now come and mix your dry ingredients with your wet ingredients. Don't worry, if you don't understand anything, I'm gonna write it on the comment section and I'm gonna put it on the comment section, and I'm gonna put it on the description box down below, right? So now you are mixing your wet ingredients and your dry ingredients. So you're gonna mix them in batches, right? So that you really acquire that perfect texture of cookies. So I first I separated my own into 3. I divided it into 3, and then I first went with the first batch and I mixed it, and then I went with the second one. Now I'm going in with the last. Please remember to subscribe, right? Remember to subscribe, please, and just join this community, right? And please just remember also to watch your ads, okay? So okay guys, so now once that is done, you have to always be making sure that you don't over mix it. Now I'm going in with my chocolate chips. Remember, these are chocolate chip cookies, right? So I'm going in with my chocolate chip cookies, and this is about 1 cup of chocolate chip cookies. If you want more, you can have more. Really guys, if you want less, you can have less. It does not really matter. I added mine, but normally this recipe just requires 1 cup of chocolate chip, right? So me, I'm adding more because I really love that crunch that comes with chocolate chip, So I just put it a little. So you're gonna make sure that you mix everything, but you also going to make sure that you don't really mix it too much. On the other hand, please remember to always preheat your oven at 180 degrees, right? And then now you're gonna come in with lining your baking sheet in this baking sheet or parchment paper. And then while you do that, so it's up to you really, what size you want your cookies to be. So me, particularly, I'm going in with an ice cream scoop, right? So I feel like ice cream scoop is going to give them a perfect shape. And then besides the perfect shape, they are going to be the same size. All of them are going to be the same size, and they are also going to look uniform. And so for me, that's just the most perfect way of making this. So after this now, if you don't have an ice cream scoop, you can use a tablespoon. Then you're gonna go ahead and put them in your freezer. Just put them in your freezer for 30 minutes to 45 minutes. So my mixture gave me 2 batches of cookies, right? So I'm just also putting them in my casserole, and I'm gonna also put them in the freezer the same way I put the first one, right? So guys, instructions are very clear, but if you don't understand, you can still go down to the description box and just read everything. So when this is now done, I'm gonna put it also in the oven, right? So this is the first one that I put in the freezer. Now I've removed it from the freezer and I've put it in the oven. This is 15 minutes later. Remember, if you're baking them, you just bake them at 180 degrees and for 15 minutes, and this is the outcome. Guys, I am telling you, if you try this, you will never ever have to go buy cookies anymore, because first of all, the size of these cookies is big, right? The size is big, and they are nicer, and they have a really rich texture, you know. So please make sure you subscribe, because I drop recipes like this all the time. I have scones recipes, I have every recipe that you can be looking for baking. Thank you. See you on my next video.